You're under arrest.
Vincent Moore is a former soldier.
The problem with artificial intelligence is it's way too unpredictable.
The Scout's creator, Dion Wilson, sees a rich future.
What interests me is a machine that can think and feel.
What's that? Chappie's book?
Yeah, it's yours.
Chappie's got stories. Chappie's got a book.
The Scouts are a huge success. Stop worrying about these pet projects.
Hugh Jackman, welcome to ENCORE. Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
Pleasure to meet you. Now, what appealed to you about Chappie? Was it the robots? Was it the fact that you were playing a baddie?
Neither of those first. The original hook for me was Neil Blomkamp. I was a big fan of District 9 when it came out. It's one of those films that probably in the last 10 years that it really kind of shocked me, actually. It's a rare thing now to go into a cinema and to see something that you never saw coming, and District 9 was one of those for me. I'm a big fan of his, and the moment we were in contact, I was keen to work with him. And the character of Vincent that I play, we really sort of evolved. He had an idea for it, and you know, even the look was his idea. We were sending each other pictures, and he sent me a picture of this man with this mullet haircut, with blonde tips and shorts and long socks, and I just immediately emailed him back, said, "That's it." You know.
So that was your real hair then?
It was my real hair. Yeah.
So you wore that hairstyle for how long?
We filmed for 2 weeks, so I had to grow it out a little bit. So yeah, it was a good month. It wasn't my wife's favourite haircut that I've had.
But you met when you had a mullet.
It's a good point. We did meet when I had a mullet, so I thought it might bring back some good memories of our falling in love days, but the blonde tips somehow nullified any of that nostalgia. And have you seen this? Do you know about this?
I told him no.
Okay, that's a lot worse than just failing to work. So let's use this situation to make a certain other robot shine.
Do it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Destroy that robot.
Thank you, ma'am.
Burn it to ash.
Appearance is very important in Hollywood. I mean, how much do you think about it?
Oh, not much. I mean, I do in terms of character. Weirdly, as an actor, I think you have to give up a lot of that kind of vanity of, because I've in 20 years, I can't remember going into the barbers or a hairdresser and said, "Oh, I like my hair this way." It's just always been cut for a role or doing something. So even your body, sometimes you're putting on muscle, sometimes you're skinny, sometimes you're fat, whatever. It's all about transforming to the part. I mean, I remember that totally from drama school, and I really enjoyed it. I'm a pretty boring person. My life is, so acting, in a way, makes me step outside of my pretty normal, even, boring life. I enjoy it.
And you're quite open about the fact that last year you were treated for skin cancer. How did you find out about it?
It was on a film set, and I actually thought I'd cut my nose in a fight on X-Men, Days of Future Past, and my makeup artist then said, "It's still there." I said, "Oh, I think, you know, I'm drying my face in the morning with a towel and I keep knocking it." And then she made me get a checkup, and it took me 4 months to get a checkup because, you know, I went away.
Because you're a bloke.
I'm a bloke, lazy. And it was my wife who pushed me. And then when I went, he said, "Yeah, it's a skin cancer." So I'm a lot more vigilant now. I get checkups every 3 months, wear sunscreen, that's all I can say. Because I never wore sunscreen as a kid. Because
in Australia, it's a big risk, isn't it?
It's a big risk. It's a big risk anywhere, bigger in Australia than the Southern Hemisphere because of the ozone layer. But to be honest, it's a big risk anywhere. And all of my skin cancers are from trauma, skin trauma, sunburn, from when I was a teenager. It takes 20 or 30 years to come out, sometimes. So the guy was explaining to me all of this is from my misspent youth, so to speak. So now I'm really keen to make sure and remind people to get checkups. At my age, get checkups and wear sunscreen. 300 metres up ahead. Approach slowly. Stop at a safe distance. So, boys, the target appears to be a police droid, but I can assure you it is not. Now, don't be intimidated. But he's as smart as a dunny rat, so full aggression, okay?
Copy that. Copy that.
Oi!
Hugh, you're famously easygoing. There doesn't seem to be anything bad written about you.
Really?
Do you ever lose it, like your character in the film?
My character in the film would pretty much push his grandmother under the bus for what he wants. So I don't think I go that far, but I do lose it. I mean, what has been amazing to me about becoming a father is how your emotions can get stirred by your kids, or by, I don't know if it's a lack of sleep sometimes or just the crazy, but they can touch buttons in you, your kids, that have not been touched in years. I mean, I used to be, you know, like all teenagers, I'd have a short temper, I played rugby, I'd get into fights, I'd do all of that, and then I was pretty even, calm sort of person after that. But somehow as a parent, I've noticed that that fire can come up.
And do you have any computer talents?
Very few computer talents. No, I would, in the bell curve, I would be somewhere on the bottom half of it. But I'm someone who's open to it, and I use it. But I have a computer. I'm sure whoever created the computer I have, I don't want to give the name, but whoever created would be frustrated by people like me, because I pretty much surf the web and do emails. And I do have a calendar on it, and that's about it. And I'm sure it can do a hell of a lot more than I let it do. But anyway, I enjoy it.
Okay, Hugh Jackman, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Real gangsters use this.
I got it.